I've been doing comedy since I was about 16 or 17 years old. I did a lot of stage theater and stage acting and whatnot, and then I joined a comedy troupe whenever I was 19 and traveled with them for about 10 years of my life. So I just always been kind of it's just been part of who I am. So it wasn't even almost wasn't an inspiration. It's just like this is the only thing I know how to do. When I first performed stand up, oh, it's totally different than anything that I had ever done up until that point because everything else was basically stage time. Improv, sketch, just straight acting theater. So it was always, you could rely on the other actor or the person that was on stage with you. And stand up was literally like I wrote down my life, my stories, the jokes that I thought were funny, the things about life that I thought were funny, and you go up there and you tell the joke and you hope that everybody else thinks it's funny, and sometimes they don't, and that's what I learned was you got to find a way to either find the things that other people are gonna, the general populace are gonna find funny as well, or find a way to tell your joke in your life in a way that they will see how funny it is, if that makes sense. You can't really rely on the audience to just think that you're a genius as soon as you get up there. You gotta keep working at it, obviously, and then get to a point where they just see things in your point of view, even if they don't agree with your point of view. Hopefully, they see it the way that you're explaining it and understand it enough to laugh. Well, when I was growing up, I watched Eddie Murphy Raw all the time, over and over again. Dave Chappelle's, I can't remember the title of it right now, from the 90s, his early stuff. And I watched a show from John Leguizamo called Freak, which you may or may not have heard of, but it was a one-man play that John Leguizamo did, and to me, I thought it was the just most end-all be-all of what a one-man show or a stand-up show should be. It was John Leguizamo's Freak. I watch that thing on repeat every day. I watched In Living Color all the time. I loved In Living Color. I think SNL is good. I think obviously it's got its moments, it's got its classics, it's got everybody that you know and love, but for me, I watched In Living Color all the time. As far as sitcoms go, I was an addict of Friends like everybody else in the 90s. Seinfeld. As far as sitcoms go, that's really all I can think of. Since then, I've just been too damn busy to watch TV. I love Tommy Boy. Is probably my, holy grail of comedy movies. I liked watching, speaking of the Holy Grail, I like watching Monty Python. All of that, but man, I've actually got the Holy Shnikes edition of Tommy Boy on DVD, and my wife got that for me because she knew how much I loved the movie, and as soon as I got it, I opened it and watched it like twice in a row. The one who is going to give me the most work. Well, I'd love to see Eddie Murphy make fun of me. I'd love to see Chris Farley make fun of me. David Spade would probably be great. Who else? The Roast Master General, Jeffrey Ross, and my dad. Improv, comedy, all of that. Did a lot of improv. I had my own improv troupe for a while. Did that in Polk County, and now I do a morning radio show. So I've pretty much all across the board. I even did some film work. So yeah. Hopefully not where it went tonight, which is in the toilet. But, I don't know. We'll just see where it takes me. I'd like to travel more, but with a full-time job, you can't do that. So we'll just see what happens. You can find me on Twitter at SaturatedFatMan, and online you can just find my Facebook page, Mike Lee, radio host in Polk County. So there you go. I have a unique job in that I have to be politically correct all the time where I'm at. So when I'm on stage, I am not politically correct. And what I want people to take away from it is that being politically correct is not necessarily always the right way to go. Like, you can have fun in a joking manner, in a non-PC way, and I'm hoping that everybody will understand that they're not alone whenever they make those not PC jokes in their head. It's okay to make a joke. It depends on where it comes from and where your intentions are as to whether or not what you're saying actually makes you a bad person, or if you hate a race or a gender or whatever it may be. Just go home, hopefully realizing that it's okay to make a joke. Hey, my name is Mike Lee. I am a comedian and radio host in Central Florida. I'd love it if you check out my interview on cutie.pie.com.